Metro, sir. Are you still on scene of the accident?
No, I left.
Is the other car still there, the scooter?
I believe the Segway, they left it in the center median.
This is just a reminder for the future, for your future self, that anytime you play a gig and it starts to feel a little high pressure, like management tells you you're not playing fast enough or whatever it is, don't get discouraged because you're dope. Don't forget that. It's kind of embarrassing doing this in front of my band.
Hello everyone. In case you were wondering, I'm not actually deceased. I've just been hit by a truck.
Hey friends. Yeah. Hello. I wanted to start today, or end today, I don't even know what time it is, by saying thank you to everyone that has engaged with me over the last year. Thank you for your positive messages, your motivation, your encouragement. I really couldn't have done any of this recovery without you. Kind of hurts to say that because I'm the type of person that prides myself on my ability to overcome obstacles. But it turns out trucks hurt. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Just take it from me. Don't even bother trying it. So it's been a year. We are at the year mark. A lot has changed over the year. You know, I had to relearn to walk. I had to relearn to sing. I had to relearn to look at life. So, yeah, thank you. Now the following video is kind of lengthy. I realized that throughout this past year, I was very quiet about the accident. I was very quiet about what ended up happening. I started off strong and I was trying to provide updates, but I have struggled with depression my whole life, and it hit me much harder over the last several months. So thanks for bearing with me. I want you to know that if you reached out to me and I didn't get back to you, it's not personal. I'm struggling with depression and I'm struggling with memory issues and a couple other things that I'll go over later in the video. So if you don't feel like that type of energy today, I don't recommend watching it. But I wanted to let you in. I'm crappy at letting people in. And I wanted to let you in and remind you that you're not alone. I am here with you, a real person struggling through it too. So the following message is a little bit deeper. I will be sharing some graphic videos. I will be sharing some very vulnerable moments. But I've realized more and more over the past few years of my life the importance of sharing and not shutting people out all the way. So I hope that this doesn't bring anyone down. The goal of this today is to show you that it's worth trying, even when things seem impossible. So, here we go.
Okay?
Okay.
Obviously, you came in really bad shape, and
Yeah.
thank God you survived, because, you know,
I'm just very scared because now I woke up several days later. I don't know what happened to me, and all I know
you
is
lost consciousness, yeah?
nurses show up and give me pills, and then I wake up in pain. And I just want to know what happened to me.
No, I should know what happened to you. It was a very bad accident. You almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
Right.
So they did whatever they had to do to save your life.
Right.
I'm really freaked out, and I'm tired, and I have a massive headache. I don't know if you noticed, but half of my head is shaved, and I've got some pretty cool scars now. I don't know when I'm gonna be playing shows anytime soon. I miss you guys. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I don't know how to reach out to anyone right now. I'm just tired and I don't feel good. When they put the tube in to keep me alive when I got here, I think they messed up my throat so I can't swallow any solids or sing, so that's cool. My eyes won't look in the same direction. They're like constantly looking at different things. Come in.
Whew, what a doozy, right? So, I was hit by the truck on June 7th of last year. I don't remember anything until the 12th. And even then, it was very spotty. So, a lot of these videos that I took, I don't remember taking them. I didn't even know how I got a phone in the beginning. My partner had brought me a phone. Luckily, I was able to reach out to some people. I didn't do a whole lot of reaching out at all, and I was pretty crappy at responding, but I was not in a good way when I got to the hospital. In case you didn't see what happened, I was on my way home. It was nighttime. I was in the far right side bike lane area of a street. I got flashed with some brights, and then I woke up 6 days later. And apparently I was awake the whole time. I was talking to people. I was seemingly regular, but I have no memory between the accident and the 12th-ish. So, and even that memory is very spotty. Yeah. A lot of the time when the doctors would come in, I had no idea what they were talking about. My partner was there trying to make sense of it, taking record of everything. If you know who my partner is, make sure to give him an extra hug this month if you see him. You know, really saved my ass there for a minute. So, doctors kept telling me they didn't know. It'll take time. We don't know. And now that it's been a year, flash forward to now, I have a lot of trouble accepting anything less than a definitive answer. My patience has run a little bit thin, admittedly. And I don't plan on accepting probablys any longer. Probablys and I don't knows and you might not or whatever. And I hope that this message gets to whoever needs to hear it. If somebody tells you that you can't do something, and it's something that you're determined to do that shit. Do that shit. If it's to make your well-being better, or the people around you, or whatever, if it's a positive thing and someone says you can't do it, fucking try that anyway. They told me that I may not walk again. They told me that I may not sing again. We don't know. It'll just take time. So, do that shit anyway. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. Don't go around hurting people and shit, but if you set your mind to something and you really, really try, even if you're not able to succeed, it's worth the try. I promise. I can talk on that now from experience.
Now, your voice can improve if we do another surgery to give you an injection to move that cord closer to the other side so that when your vocal cord comes together, it touches.
Yeah.
But that will only last a couple months.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if it doesn't come back, your voice may not be the same as before.
Cool. So I'm not a singer anymore.
Well, that's May.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the prognosis of these things, to be honest with you.
It's fine.
Okay, so for now, as long as you...
The man that hit me with his truck left me in the street to die that night and did not receive any repercussions. For those of you that have been asking about what happened, he hit me. He left. He admitted it on the phone call that he made to the police. They didn't talk screen him, so we'll never know if he was under the influence or whatever. I do remember that he saw me. He flashed me with his brights. But he received no repercussions. If nothing else comes from this situation, the shit that I've had to endure for the last year, I want this to be a message of perseverance for whoever needs to hear it. When shit hits the fan and when things break you, let it be momentary. Feel your feelings and then stand back up. When things are seemingly impossible, do that shit anyway. And if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for me. Yeah.
We can't just sit here sad. We've done that long enough. I don't know what day it is today. Maybe it's Sunday. I don't know. But I hope you have a nicer one. When you get up today, don't forget to love yourself too. Take care.
So the struggle continued. I was at the hospital from, technically it was the 7th. I got there about midnight 31 a.m. Until I think it was the 13th, something like that. I don't have a lot of memory of being there. A couple random memories. I remember a few people visiting me, a couple messages that I was getting, a lot of worry, a lot of confusion. I don't remember taking a lot of these videos, like I mentioned earlier, and I don't even remember when I got a phone back. I know my partner brought me a phone, but I don't remember when it happened, or anything. And my memory was so bad, in fact, when I first came to, I was told that I was on kind of a memory loop that would last a minute or two. So I'd be having a normal conversation, and then suddenly we're starting over. It's a new conversation. When I finally recognized something was wrong, the first thing I did to kind of test how bad my memory might be is I started reciting the lyrics of Lose Yourself by Eminem. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Very silly. But I figured if I have that down, if I can remember that, then I'm probably good, right? Anyway, another thing that I don't remember but I appreciate very much is someone bringing me my ukulele. I don't know if it was my band or my partner. I don't know who it was, but thank you. I ended up with ukulele in hand, and I had some harsh realities hit me when I tried to play it. My voice wasn't working, my hands were weak, but I sure as hell tried. And the song that resonated with me the most was a song that I was writing with my band about how sometimes you wake up early in the week and you're tired already. The song is called Tuesday, and it's about messing up your week or being too tired too early in the week. It's only Tuesday. And that's very much how I felt. I related to that song so hard. Like, where am I? What day is it? So I started trying to play it, trying to remember it, trying to get my hands to work again.
Well, maybe it's me, but it's been quite the week. It's been much harder to break. I just reach out to you, but it's really no use. You just give me the third degree. Well, I try and try, but I can't get it right. How you feeling me? It's only Tuesday. yesterday. Neither can I. Guess we were high. What you doing tonight?
This is so dumb. You just look straight forward, you idiots. It's not that freaking hard. I made it outside today, so I didn't make it very far. I just made it right outside the lobby of the place that I'm staying. But it's one step in the right direction. So it's nice outside, kind of hot. My eyes are, I have a googly eye now. I didn't have one before the accident, and now like anytime I look down, that's pretty scary. But they're hoping it goes away. I'm hoping it goes away. Sometimes it's difficult when you're the one in the situation, experiencing all of the things, to notice improvements, to notice milestones, to notice growth. It's easy to look past those because you're experiencing so many other things. I now know that firsthand. There were days where I didn't want to move. There were days where I couldn't. And week by week, I didn't feel like I was getting any better. And I'm endlessly thankful that my partner took the time to talk me through it and video it and remind me that changes were happening. Don't forget that even little improvements matter. It took me weeks to be able to move my legs again. It took me weeks to be able to shower without sitting down. It took me weeks to be able to eat. It took me weeks to get up and get myself a glass of water. But every single week, I kept trying. So don't forget that. Don't forget that shit. Don't sell yourself short if you are the one that's experiencing an issue. It's easy for me to just say, try not to go so hard on yourself. Because I still do that today. You know, it's great to look back on these videos and see how far I've come, but I still, from day to day, get frustrated. Like, dang, I used to be able to walk miles, to scooter miles. I used to be able to go all day. I'd wake up in the morning and still be going at night. I'd play a show. I'd wake up in the morning and go out and be physical. And some days it hurts to get up at all. Go easier on yourself. I hate saying that because I hate hearing it from people. Go easier on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. That's terrible advice, but it's great advice at the same time. So remember that shit. Now, before we continue, I do want to reiterate that my reasoning for posting this stuff and letting you in on video diaries is not to make anyone feel sad. Actually, quite the opposite. If anything, I would like to let you know that I'm real and that you're not alone. And I know I'm saying that over and over, but it's freaking important. You know, I spend a lot of time feeling very alone, even knowing that I'm not the only one going through something. In perspective, in the big picture, my problem is very small. I survived something traumatic, but people do that every day. You're not alone. Your problems are valid. You know? And I hope that this brings some light onto the reality of depression. If you're struggling with depression yourself, I hope that you feel less alone. If you don't experience any problems with depression, I hope that it will put in perspective that sometimes you can see someone and they seem fine. A lot of times I post on social media like, hey friends, how you doing? Everything's great today. And that's because I care and I want everyone around me to feel joy, to feel happiness. But that doesn't always mean I'm feeling it. Some days I feel like giving up. I won't. I'm not at risk. Never underestimate a smile, because you have no idea what that person is going through behind the scenes. And never underestimate the power of being kind to someone. They may have just struggled something crazy. So, anyway, don't be sad. This is just to share some information about depression. Hopefully encourage some folks to troubleshoot through their own. I'm at the point where, like, I don't even know what to say in these fucking video entries. Kind of all feels pointless. I don't even really know why I bothered to do a video diary. I'm never gonna share it. I guess maybe... Fuck, I don't know.
You can't stop crying. I've been crying for like hours. I don't even drink that much water. You would think my dehydrated ass would run out of tears eventually. I just want to stop feeling like this every day. I keep thinking something's gotta give. But I can't find something.
There's no polite way to kill yourself. I spent a lot of time thinking. I'm tired of thinking. I just want to find a way to help people that feel like I feel right now. Because no one should have to feel like this. And in perspective, my situation is very small. You know, people experience much worse than this. And if I feel this way, I can't even imagine. Though I can imagine what other people go through. And I just want to help. I don't know how, but I plan on finding a way to at least help a little bit. I want to play a song and have that kid sitting in Nebraska feeling like it's the end of the world listen to it and make it another day, because they can hear that there's hope. Maybe that's cheesy. I don't fucking know. This is another one of those days where there are like a million things I could be doing. But every time I sit up, my brain tells me I'm worthless. So I lay back down. And based on my advice, I should be able to get up anyway. I should be able to get up and just do it. But even the thought of entering the world today makes me sick. I don't know what to do. But imagine waking up and realizing that the only thing stopping you from just ending it is a 25-page audiobook due in January. Everyone I've bothered to surround myself with has either given up on me or themselves, and I can't deal with it anymore. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I ended up downtown today, and I'm like in the middle of a bunch of people, and I fucking started crying at bin 702. Fucking great. I feel freaking terrible. My head hurts really freaking bad. I'm at work. Segway today. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fake it, but I'm gonna fake it. Going to Disneyland today. Why am I going to Disneyland today? Music has always been the only way I know how to communicate with people. If I quit music, I won't have a reason. I will no longer have a reason. I'm 40 cents short of being able to take an Uber today, so I am about to scooter 3.5 miles to work.
Okay, so I put in a request to call you back.
So I do these video diaries, and then usually shortly after I post on social media, like announcing new songs, or God, my fucking neighborhood is so loud. And the difference between the tone in those videos is night and day. You know, I don't feel like I can be honest with the world about how I feel. Like I don't just want to be a downer all the time. But that's how I feel. So, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to keep faking it? I don't know. I finally got up today. It's like 2 p.m. Fuck. What am I gonna do? I'm thinking about the future, and I'm just confused. Hopefully, if I can get better, my friends would be like, when you get better. I can look back on this. I can look back on this and maybe use it to help someone else. Fuck. But I don't know. I'm going to dinner with Jack in a minute. I'll be here soon. Applebee's. I want one of their bullshit fruity cocktails and some spinach artichoke dip. I'm hoping maybe it doesn't taste like plastic. To again be a little bit cheesy, it's also really important to try to find joy in things, even when everything sucks. So through this thing, I lost taste and smell. It wasn't from COVID, it was from a brain injury. So everything tasted either like plastic or like it was rotten. Everything. Water, everything. That was making me depressed. I lost my hearing in my right ear. It's ringing 100% of the time, very loud. Usually the loudest thing in the room. I was relearning everything. I was scared. I felt like I was failing everyone around me because I wasn't as strong as I always was. So I took it upon myself to start looking for any little thing. Any little thing. Maybe the grass looks greener today. It was AstroTurf in my yard, so, it's... Sometimes you're reaching. Sometimes you gotta reach a little bit. Don't forget to do that. Even if you have to come up with little things that are seemingly bullshit. Like, I guess those flowers are probably pretty. Somebody probably thinks they're pretty. Maybe I think they're pretty. And bees probably like them, and we need bees to live or something. Even if you have to come up with some shit and you say it sarcastically to yourself, that's my coping mechanism. Like, man, those birds are fucking loud today. It would be cool to be able to fly. Anything. Come up with something to make yourself, just appreciate the fucking moment. When you're faced with trauma or you're faced with obstacles, bad shit happens, you have two choices. You either let it crumble you, or you use that to help you grow. And those are really your choices. That's what you got. This is what I've been, this is what's been keeping me going all day. He's so interested in what's going on my phone. Say hi. Hope this message finds you well, old friend. We'll tell stories while you have a few. Baby, I'll just stick to two. Hey, lovely friends. Tonight I am joining you from 11th Street Records. It's downtown Las Vegas. If you haven't seen this place before, it's really cool. It's a record shop in the front. And then they have this really beautiful studio in the back. So tonight I'm recording the acoustic version of Driving Home to share with you. Just to let you know, Stanley Avenue will be playing some shows coming up pretty soon. So if you get a chance, mark your calendar. Made it to my first stop. I'm dizzy and disoriented. Fuck, man. Like, I was getting better. I don't really know what happened. It's just like suddenly I'm back to headaches and dizziness. Does that mean I'm getting better still? Or am I getting worse? I don't even know. Everybody's telling me, like, it's just gonna take time. But am I gonna backslide before I get better? Like, I'm not gonna be able to work like this. Let's go. Everyone's a beautiful song. We heal, and we breathe, and we die. Yeah. Diaries Part 5 million. So I'm 31, and it's 1:20 a.m. on a fucking Friday? I don't even know what day it is. And I just caught myself having a conversation, just like out loud, with myself about the stability of the shakes that are sitting in my floorboards right now. I'm driving down Las Vegas Boulevard, and I'm like, those aren't the most stable shakes I've ever come into contact with. This is where my life is going. These aren't the most stable shakes I've had in my floor. I need to do something with my life. I gotta fucking do something. Look at this freaking onion. I'm gonna give it to Aurora.
The only girl that could talk to him just couldn't swim. Told me it's worse than this. What's worse is all the coke, the ice that numbs my throat. If only for the night. My muscles will contract, your bones will crack. It's just a fact, cause I am here to win this fight. I can't fucking breathe, much less believe the truth.
But I think you get the point. I think you get it. This year fucking sucked. And the guy that did it is probably sitting at home with his wife watching Married with Children or some shit. Sometimes the world isn't fair, and sometimes the things that you're dealt are awful. And it's our jobs to make changes. It's up to us to reshape the way we think about things. We're ultimately responsible for our own happiness. So, I, again, appreciate you being here. Special thanks to the folks on my Patreon page. I started a Patreon in the middle of all this crazy stuff because I figured it would be a way for me to learn how to share more. So thank you. I'm not going to list names of people that helped me through this. First of all, there are too many to count. Second, my memory sucks. I will shout out directly Christina Baldwin. She was responsible for setting up a GoFundMe for me. I am not good at asking for help, and I definitely needed it. I'm quite terrible at asking for help. I was raised to not be a burden, and that unfortunately causes me to feel that I am more often than not. Ooh, cheers to trauma, everybody. Woo! But, I digress. Perseverance is up to you. Do your best to fight through this stuff. It's not always great. But we got this. There's never any pressure to support what I do. But just in case you didn't know and you end up seeing this, I do play music both solo and with my band. The hell? I've got shows coming up. A couple ways that you can support the process if you feel like it. I got those shows. It's always great to see your faces if you can make it. I've got Patreon. It's for as little as $1 a month. You pretty much just get to hear me complain about life and sing you some songs. I'm running a silly side business now where I'm delivering ukulele songs to strangers and friends. But either way, thank you for being you. I won't keep you too much longer. From someone who hates this advice, keep your chins up. I'm gonna go cry into a glass of wine like a responsible adult now. But you're too close to the TV. You're too close.
The plant and insect relationship
You're gonna hurt your
has been a
eyeballs.
long and successful one. But at a certain point, some plants dropped their insect messengers.
What are you
The
doing?
reason can be found in the forested mountains of South America.
Did you
Here,
get it?
the mornings are
Did
cold
you get
and
it?
damp.
Get it, Bubba. Did it.
Butterflies can't fly
You
in
got
these
it.
conditions.
You got it. Look at this freaking stupid cat. Look at this stupid cat. He's the cutest stupid cat in the whole world.
But anyway, I'm not dead. I'll be back at it before we know it. Thanks for all the support and all that stuff. I miss you
Where
guys.
would you grab your Jello?
No,
No.
Jello's nasty. Neither can I. Guess we were high. It's only Tuesday.
If you're walking by out on the streets, feel free to come in and have a drink. Welcome to Saturday night. What's up? One opportunity. This is everything you ever need. One more.
So when we make it one day, I just don't want to forget this. Because it's important to remember how I'm feeling right now. Just a little discouraged. We fucking killed it. So, love yourself.
Felina Carter out. I'll see you sooner than later.